What happens when a child grows up on the streets, surrounded by poverty, slang, and survival? Boris Sidis argued that suggestion shapes the mind from our earliest moments. And in the gritty streets of 1860s New York, thousands of homeless boys were living proof of how environment molds identity itself. Richard Hunter spent years as a bootblack, sleeping in wagons and boxes, absorbing the language and logic of the streets. Cities would recognize this instantly, the power of environmental suggestion. Every interaction, every phrase, every survival lesson became wired into Dick's developing mind. The streets weren't just where he lived, they were his classroom, his social world, his mirror. When he later called a cat a conjunction in grammar class, it wasn't stupidity, it was evidence of a mind shaped by entirely different rules of language and meaning. Something remarkable happened when Dick met an educated boy who suggested a different path. That single suggestion that he could grow up respectable rewired everything. Within a year of evening study, he could read, write, and handle arithmetic. Sidis understood that countersuggestion could break old patterns, but only when delivered at the right psychological moment. Dick's transformation wasn't magic. It was the precise application of new influences overriding old ones. His friend Fosdick became his new environment, his new source of mental suggestion, replacing the vagrant influences of his childhood. Yet, here's what Sidis would find most fascinating even after Dick's remarkable progress. Street phrases still slipped out. He said rooms were bully and referenced ideas he'd caught from companions. The early suggestions never fully disappear. They become layers beneath newer learning. This is the psychology of suggestion in action. Our earliest environments leave permanent watermarks on our minds. Dick could learn grammar, earn $10 weekly, and live respectably, but the bootblack boy remained somewhere inside, a testament to how deeply our first worlds shape us. Our minds are written by every street we walk, every voice we hear, every world that holds us young. The question isn't whether you've been shaped by suggestion, it's what you'll do with the awareness. Subscribe to Mindlore for a psychology fact every single day.